Hey guys, welcome to SteeleTalks. My name is Steele, and today I'm going to be talking about the fact that no one is perfect. I'm especially going to be focusing on the YouTube community and the sub-community of the YouTube community, which is the vlogging community. Many vloggers make their vlogs with a happy tone to them. Everyone's typically positive, having fun, doing something crazy, being spontaneous or sporadic on camera. And I am going to tell you guys that that is not how 99% of vloggers are off of camera. Fans become very attached to vloggers, and I mean extremely attached to vloggers, especially daily vloggers. Since these vloggers are posting so much of their life on the internet and it is so personal, it creates an intimate connection with the viewer. Even though you might have never met the person that you're watching, you still feel like you know everything about them because you see like a 10-minute video of them every day. And honestly, that's only 10 minutes of their day. You are not seeing 23 hours and 50 minutes of their day, and they could be a completely different person in real life than they are in those videos. I have had many first-hand experiences with many different vloggers, including myself, that are just completely different people off camera. When I am on camera making a vlog, I am always just a little happier, a little more upbeat, trying to have more fun, being a little more sporadic and spontaneous, when in reality, I'm kind of a shy person. I don't really like talking to people one-on-one. I don't like being crazy. I like being more reserved. But it's just, there's something about being on camera that makes you want to impress the people you're watching and make them think that you are this perfect person and that everything's going great in your life and you're always happy. But honestly, that is not the case. No vlogger is perfect. No matter how perfect their life seems on camera, off camera is a completely different story. Yes, they go crazy places and they have lots of fans and meetups and they do all this cool stuff on camera and maybe cool stuff off camera, but they are not perfect. We have seen with many people in media recently, with just in the past couple weeks, that these people that seemed perfect to their fan bases have done some horrible things and aren't getting hate for it. While yes, they are getting hate and discrimination, the majority of them are not getting hate and discrimination, especially from their fan bases, because the vloggers have created this intimate connection with the viewers by just showing how perfect they are or how perfect they think they are when they are on camera. I just want to make something clear. I do not care if you have 1 million, 2 million, 10 million, 100 million subscribers, or if you have 0 subscribers. If you do something bad and get caught for it, and instead of apologizing, just try to justify that it wasn't wrong or that it was a social experiment, and then try to force your fan base to like approve of you still, you need to reroute your life. You need to take some time and figure out what you're doing, because if you just keep living that bad lifestyle, you're gonna be setting a bad example for all those millions of fans that are idolizing you, and you may not understand how much of an impact you have on their lives. So instead of being an awful person and just trying to justify yourself, be a good person and set a good example. I don't think I can take this any longer. This is something that I absolutely hate about the YouTube community, is the fact that the famous YouTubers think they can get away with whatever they want, no matter how bad it is, just because their fans support them. Just set a good example. I don't understand why it's so hard to just admit when you do something wrong and try to make a change and just try to set a good example. It's challenging. Yes, it is challenging to set a good example for people, and it is challenging to own up when you do something bad, no matter how bad it is or how not bad it is. It's hard to own up to your mistakes. But don't pretend like you're perfect and that everything is perfect about you. Basically, I'm just saying, don't take advantage of your viewers. Please just be a good person. Be a good person. It's not that difficult. Just to set a good example every once in a while. You don't have to be a good example all the time, because no one is perfect. No one is perfect. I'm not gonna sit here and preach like, oh, I'm perfect, I set a great example. No, I'm not a very good example all the time. Sure, I try to come off as a good person on camera and I try to be a good example, but no, in my real life, I am not the best example. I don't want anyone on this earth to idolize me. Be a good person and be a good example, and when you make a mistake, own up to it, please. This would just make such a better community, and so many more people will gain so much more from everything you say. Let's stop trying to cover up our mistakes, and let's just be better people.